A handful of us, and I mean a handful, the journalist Julie Kelly, me, a few others, we have been talking about the gross abuses of January 6th. And even the majority of the Republican Party has been dead silent. You know, you've got January 6th defendants being abused, and they all come from districts. They have congressmen very often representing them who are Republicans. Not a word from many of those guys. It's just pathetic. Now, a federal judge, Royce Lamberth, has confirmed what many of us suspected, and that is that the DC correctional authorities are violating the civil rights of January 6 defendants. Royce Lamberth was looking at a specific case involving Christopher Worrell. First of all, Christopher Worrell has cancer. It's non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And since this guy has been incarcerated, it's since March, he was arrested in March, he's been confined since then, he's not getting proper cancer treatment. Even more telling, he had a bad fall and apparently broke his hand. And now, when you would sustain that kind of injury, you can get medical treatment, but to get medical treatment, the DC Correctional Facility has to deliver the doctor's notes to the U.S. Marshals, who can then take you to the hospital, have you get the necessary treatment, and so on. Well, the DC correctional officials, and this is, by the way, Corrections Director Quincy Booth and Warden Wanda Patton, two thoroughly rotten individuals, they basically decided, let's deny this guy treatment. Let's not turn in the notes. And so Worrell's lawyers told the judge, they're not delivering the notes. So the judge basically said to these guys, I want to see those doctor's notes. And the corrections director and the warden have not provided them. So the judge goes, okay, fine. You're in contempt of court. I'm going to make a finding that you have violated the civil rights of this defendant, and I'm going to refer the matter to the Attorney General for investigation and prosecution. So these guys could actually, now, could they? We're talking about, once again, Merrick Garland. We're talking about some local thugs. Hey, we're going to report this to Don Corleone himself. Let's see what he's going to do. Right. What's he going to do? I don't know. It is significant. They have to do something. I don't think they can ignore it. This is a judicial finding by a DC federal court judge, and he has recourses if they don't do anything. So right now, they're being very cagey about it. They realize the significance of it. And so they're sort of no comment, no comment, no comment, no comment. But this is the first confirmation from a judge in the form of a ruling that civil rights of these defendants are being trampled upon. Now, I don't want to be too excited about this judge. Let's remember that he's the judge who ordered Christopher Worrell to be incarcerated and locked up in the first place. Worrell, by the way, his trial is coming up, but he hasn't been found guilty of anything. It's not clear he needs to be incarcerated. He's obviously in need of medical treatment. Why not let the guy be at home, get his medical treatment, confine him to house arrest if you have to. But no, these guys love this idea that they have the power to keep some guy locked up in a 10 by 10 cell. So the judge himself he doesn't bear any responsibility for the denial of medical treatment, of course, but he bears some responsibility for locking this guy up in the first place, where he's at the mercy of thugs with badges like Quincy Booth, like Wanda Patton, and the ultimate thug with the badge, one attorney general named Merrick Garland.